Americans. cheerful call. Hello, hello to you all with a bright and cheerful call. Hi-ho, let its ring and echo bring. Hi-ho, hello, hello to you all. Hello, hello to hello, you all. Hello, hello to hello, you all. Hello, bright and cheerful call. Hello, hello to you all. Hi-ho, let it ring and echo bring. Hi-ho, let it ring and echo bring.
Don't turn me on, just turn me on. I have a program from 1966 that tells me that the Southern California Youth Chorale made its debut. In my neighborhood we say debut. In the Pasadena Rose Bowl on May 31st, 1965. Are there some people who were here? Stand up if you were there. Yes, I counted at least 8 people when I was looking over the things were there in 1965, so if you hadn't sang the right notes, we wouldn't be here now. So thank you.
We didn't sell so many car wash tickets.
Well, exactly. It goes on to say that the Youth Chorale has no financial sponsorship, nor affiliation, and each member must earn his own passage and expenses. So you have to pay your own way and wash cars or whatever you have to do to make it. Except for a few tenors who joined in late in the year, we know they got partial scholarships. It also says that our director, K. Gene Simmonds, founded this group in order to provide an opportunity for talented youth and so they can express their creativity in music and enrich their cultural experience through this medium of choral art. So I'd like to thank you. Those of us who now work with teenagers can't believe that the man took 70 people every year. I wouldn't take 70 people anywhere. Okay. Now it says that you have that you needed, in order to get into it, you have to have personal recommendations from your teacher or pastor or some other person in the community. Now you all got those forged by someone. Because the group wanted to insist on moral excellence. So that's what they started out with. That's not what we ended up with, but very high ideas. So in the early years, first years, I won't call them early years, but this, I don't think they were called televisions yet. The show would start out. The show would start off with people in the four corners, I think, singing "Hello, Hello to You All." And, well, someone
It's a
told me
good
that.
story. Go ahead.
Okay, don't mention it. Just pretend like it's true. And then there would be, for those of us in the 70s, they would just sing classical music in the first half and the second half. We didn't change to sequins and things until after 1970 when they decided to spice up the show. So we're going to take you on a tour of some of the fashions from those times. The things that we thought we looked so good in. Well, some of us knew, but most of us thought we looked really good. And so we'll begin our fashion show. And you'll recognize some of the opening numbers from the different songs, but we're going to start back with how they looked way back ahead.
As Doug mentioned, the main goal of the Musical Americans was to provide special opportunities for talented young people to express their creativity in music and enrich their cultural life through travel and communication with other people of the world. During the early years, they wore robes in the first half and rocked the audience with touches and formals in the second. The very polished Terry Hamilton models for us tonight. During his 15 years of entertaining people around the world, 220 performances in 20 countries to audiences of up to 20,000 people. Here we see the very formal Doug Griffin modeling the classic black tux and the delightfully decorative Dickie. Much more about music than mere singing techniques. We often had opportunities to work with well-known composers and conductors during rehearsals, and they were encouraged to study the customs and languages of the countries they visited. The cricketer Terry Hamilton is now modeling a dazzling powder blue jacket and not quite matching black bow tie. No wonder Jeremiah was lamenting. In 1970, the 70 singers of the Southern California Youth Chorale toured Japan. Lois Wells was the assistant director and Joe Bennett was the choreographer. It was Virginia Turnick's first year as accompanist for the group, and it was also the first year for second-half costumes. Before us now is the lovely John Rubel modeling a beautiful see-through rayon, the stars and stripes forever. And this is only our opening, folks.
You got to make it come from the horse. Nice to get the jumping and the score. You got to have an opening for the show. It's a big, wide, wonderful world you live in. The beautiful master of all you
In 1971, 80 singers toured Northern Europe, Scandinavia, and Belgium with a second-half show that featured the choreographic talents of Mr. Paul Shipton. The peripatetic Bill Cork is modeling a lovely striped cotton blend. It's a big, wonderful world for our big, wide, wonderful waistlines. is modeling a startlingly bright red gingham shirt. So stand back, because nothing can stop him now. In 1973, we meet John Jacob as our group's first instrumental director, as 85 young Americans toured Northern Europe, Scandinavia, and for the first time, Russia. Modeling his wild and wonderful costume from Corazon is the ever-skinny John Rubel. Look at those cheeks. Surely everything is coming up roses. In 1974, Bob Huddle moves to the forefront as assistant instrumental director. 75 brave souls toured Japan that year. In fact, the brave and surprised Jim Nichols has been volunteered to model the unwrinkable, the unstoppable, and always frighteningly white polyester double-knit vest and pants. Light the candles, burn the outfits, it's today. He and Gene took a captive group of kiddies on a tour of South America. For the first time, the Southern California Youth Chorale was called the Musical Americans. The ubiquitous Bill Gloy is modeling that year's innovative vest. It's reversible with red, white, and blue sequins. Don't just strike up the band, slap them too. We find the kids once again wandering the streets of Japan and Korea with Margaret Emmons as their accompanist. The unusual and egalitarian Doug Griffin is giving equal time to the ladies by modeling their sexy second half costume. A pink and black reversible vest with white rayon dress. What a looker! What a body! What a country! After taking a year off to hide, 28 musical Americans embarked on their final tour in 1978. This time they set out for an entirely new land, but ended up in Japan. The fabulous George Harding, the lone representative from that year, models their second half costume. Blue sequins, and surprise, you guessed it, white polyester. They had magic to do. Our fashion show for the SCYC Musical Americans Reunion 96. Let's hear it for our wonderful cast that have helped us to celebrate 13 years, colorful years, thousands of memories, and hundreds of useless costumes. And now, back to our Master of Ceremonies, Doug Griffin.
I have some awards to give away. We had you sign those surveys, those questionnaires that we sent out, and we got some nice. We did write down who had the funniest Mr. Simmonds story. And most of the people from the 60s and the early 70s all said, we didn't know he was funny. They had no idea. He had finally let go by the end of the 70s and then really loosened up. Yes. So, but there were two funny Simmonds stories. One was when he, can I have that list of the funny Simmonds? I think you've got it. These, of course, well, I know one of them was we were rehearsing Walking on the Green Grass. And the line is, now the queen upon the green shall choose a boy to be her king. He said, now the queen upon the king shall choose a boy. Which is not right. That's you couldn't do it. Well, another thing that happened, he was trying to explain, somebody wrote down K.J. Simmonds trying to have rhythm. When any of you at the Hollywood Bowl, Easter sunrise performance, he would, morning has broke, and he's always, morning has broke. I didn't write that down, no. I love you. I would never say anything bad about you. But the person who wrote this was white and felt you had no rhythm. So you know it was pretty bad. Okay. And then another K.J. Simmonds story, he was trying to explain, we were doing Sometimes I Feel, and he wanted the oohs to sound. And he wanted to say like fog rising. He said like gas rising. But Before I finish my program, I want you to, you have your announcements that you want to talk about. So
my announcement is, first of all, I want to thank all the people who are responsible for putting this together. It is the committee has worked very hard, and I would like for them to stand, especially Kathy and David, who spent a lot of time working on this, and we appreciate it so much. I've heard so many people say, isn't this great? Isn't this wonderful? And yes, we do appreciate all the effort and work that you put in. Would all the committee members please stand and let's give them. And finally, you probably have received a notice from me that I've gone berserk again, and I'm thinking about taking this cruise next summer. The only requirements are that you be 21. Now, some of you better think about that first. You may not qualify. And secondly, that you had choral music experience. We only have 5 rehearsals that are scheduled, and they will be very short. It will be necessary for you to read music and rehearse it, and then performance the last full day at sea for the people on the ship. I'm kind of excited about, I think, it's a new adventure. I don't know really what I'm getting into, but we'll see how it goes. And I would love to have, as the nucleus, this group. I was hoping I could get through this, but many of you have been talking about the memories that you have, and I have many of them too, and I thank you for that, and I really appreciate it. That's all I can say. Thank you. Yeah.
For your stories, and I kept reading the same story over and over again. Everyone had a wonderful time learning the music, and the rehearsals were fun. Most of the people had some experience where they went out and explored with a few friends and walked into some place and started singing, and crowds gathered, and someone came up and hugged them and said beautiful or Angelica or something, you know. Like everybody had that story, and everyone had weird bus stories. Apparently every 3 or 4 years people took the things off the seats and put them on their heads. So that wasn't just 1 year. Everyone had bathroom stories, kind of the same. You couldn't figure out what the bidets were, and people were doing their laundry in the bidets and things. But we all had those touching moments. I remember signing autographs after shows, seeing the little children come up and give Mr. Turbic flowers or something, you know, it's also one, we all had the same tour. I mean, we all went different places, but we all went on the same tour and had the same experience. You'd be surprised, Mr. Simmonds, I'm supposed to call you Gene now, okay, this is probably something I'm really intimidated. Feel great. You'd be surprised how many people put down that they were still involved with music and theater and art in some way. Everyone who wrote down that they're still involved with art, can you stand up so you can see how many people are still involved in art? So, enjoy yourselves, talk amongst yourselves, and enjoy yourself for the rest of the evening. You're now free to have your own fun. Thank you very much, and we will see you tomorrow. Those of you who can make it.
Hello. We brought you a tray. Yes.
Hello, dear. How are you? Thank you.
I remember these people. Thank you.
You too.
Wonderful. My God. It's been a year or two. Well, how nice of you to come.
Faces together.
They won't? Beautiful. People don't want to do that.
Give you a chicken flap, you're trying to get dry.
It was great too. I was painted.
People wanted to hear if they wanted to go to. I wanted to go to Japan. So it's like to perform and go to Japan. It was beyond my wildest. And I kept, because it's like to see, you know, like a couple of rehearsals and see the performance and the level of professionalism that was coming out of people who are my age, because I know I'm in school with all these people. It was just beyond. It was too much. And so then I kept thinking, well, how do we get to the performance part? You know, because it's like all I'm doing is looking at all this music going, I can't sing any of this. This is hard. This piece is in 2 different keys. So when I was in it, or was I soprano? I don't remember. What am I supposed to be doing for today? Should I get the soprano part or the alto part? Right.
When do you remember?
Well, I had to look. It was soprano. I was surprised, but I was there.
The people in the back of the room who were singing without music.
Without music, without anything, and having them singing.
Concerning fundraisers, we're itemizing fundraisers we had, car wash, candy bars, the open house. We had an open house at a mortuary. We got a per head deal from the mortuary for every person who came in. And it was the only time I ever won a door prize. I won the electric can opener from the door from the mortuary.
Lots of candy bars. Lots and lots of candy bars. All that chocolate. That's why we don't fit into these outfits anymore. This is the 65
Dad, look who I found.
a blazer that we used to have to wear everywhere we went.
Wore this throughout Europe except Italy.
Yes. It doesn't fit anymore. All those candy bars.
Skin tight. I don't think they fit anymore. From 75. And you guys from 74, all of you that were in Bus 2, I remember the Bimpy Banjo song, the Bus 2 group. Well, this has really been fun for me. And everybody, we just had a wonderful time seeing you all again. Thanks.
I wanna be loved by you, just you, and nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you,
I wanna be loved by you, just you, and nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you alone. I wanna be kissed
what this means, huh?
I can't see it anymore.
Mine, go.
Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one mighty and someday. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's great creation, all on new day.
Yeah, the only how many people call me Dave. People call me Dave. Listen and like one voice, come on and sing. Every night when the sun goes dim, every night when the sun goes in, every night when the sun goes in, I hang down my head and mournful cry.
Pretty good, except I'd like to get a little more unison with something like one voice. I hear, I can almost call a roll. Shut up. Shut up. I'm sorry.
Well, I can hear John.
Okay, with louder, Jeff. With the bells coming in now, ready, and okay.
No share, no share. You get your whole life.
You don't have to share on this one. Oh yeah. Ready, go. Sing. Yesterday. Okay, guys.
I just lost them.
So I'm letting a lot just kind of go by. Sing. Okay, and 14 now. Ready, sing. I'm 15, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Start at the top of 14, go. Sing.
we would like to do Every Night When the Sun Goes Down. Yeah. Next, we would like to do Choose Something Like a Star from the 7 country songs by Randall Thompson, his Frostiana Suite.
Star
we'd like to do now the Ave Maria by Bach, Gounod, and it's arranged by McCartney. Next, we would like to do an Alleluia. This is very difficult, and we've had only some practice. I thought that many of them had sung this, but I guess we only did it a couple, 3 years. So it's new to many of them. The words are very difficult, so we have to work on it. You'll notice that it's pretty much the same all the way through Alleluia, but the notes are very hard. So.
Oh,
lost the music. We only had one copy and trying to rehearse it. We've kind of forgotten over the past years. And so we'll just try to work our way through it. This is what the world needs now is love, sweet love.
But don't everybody.
my name is Terry Hamilton. I love a raked stage here. So come right down. I get to represent the early years of SCYC. I didn't go in the first 2 years, but I made it the third year, and from what I was told, it was pretty much similar type of stuff. So, stuff. We made good stuff. I remember an 18-year-old boy, it was a few years ago, I won't say how many, and who saw a notice about a singing group and a trip to Europe. And I don't think I really had heard of this group before, but I'd heard of people in my choir in high school that had gone on this trip, and they said it was a really neat experience. Nobody in my family had ever traveled outside the country before, and it was really kind of a stretch for this guy to even think about raising the enormous fee of $868, I think it was, or something like that, for 4 weeks, all inclusive. And in fact, I think my parents kind of gave me a negative type of thing. Well, why would you want to do that? We've never been out of the country. Why should you want to go out of the country? Why would you want to sing with a group that's good? But I went out on a limb, and I applied and came in and I auditioned. And I remember the audition because I was scared to death. I think my knees were rattling. I don't know if yours were or not. But we had to learn a piece. We even had to bring our own accompanist in to play and sing solo, and then do all sorts of going over the piano. Now, would you play this note over here and then sing the alto part? Well, I never knew the alto part, but I did my best. And the whole time I remember this director sitting back kind of at the top of the choral room over here. He kind of looked like God. He never smiled. There's this blank expression in his face the whole time, and I go, oh, well, I blew that one. But a few weeks later, I got my notice, and it said, it's my pleasure to inform you. I'm not going to cry, so I'm moving right along, okay? But at the bottom of the letter, it said, I don't know if it said this on all of them, but I assure you that there are many exciting moments ahead for you. Oddly enough, moments which